Your sexual performance is not what it used to be. You think buying vitamins will solve all your problems, but you don't need strange formulas or dangerous drugs. The three essential vitamins every man over 60 needs to understand and how they can restore natural blood flow, boost testosterone production, and boost cell vitality. You must understand the difference between natural and synthetic vitamins, as well as how to use them properly. In addition, I will also reveal the biggest mistakes men make when buying supplements so you don't waste your money. Let's start with a vitamin that most people associate with fertility, but rarely think of for strength and circulation. Vitamin E functions as a fat-soluble antioxidant. This means it resides in the fatty membranes surrounding your cells and eliminates free radicals before they can harm the sensitive walls of your blood vessels. When these vessels remain flexible and inflammation-free, blood can flow powerfully into the areas that require it. Strong erections aren't only about desire, they depend on blood circulation. Without sufficient vitamin E, harmful oxygen molecules make your arteries rigid and limit blood flow. Scientific studies demonstrate that alpha-tocopherol, the most potent form of vitamin E, operates through the glutathione peroxidase system to stop lipid damage completely. This explains why men who replenish their vitamin E stores frequently observe that morning erections become stronger and more sustained. Vitamin E also assists your body in producing testosterone more effectively. Reduced testosterone doesn't only impact sexual desire, it drains your drive, physical strength, and sense of direction. Sadly, many men purchase the least expensive vitamin E available at pharmacies without understanding that the type is crucial. Artificial DL-alpha-tocopherol consists of 8 different molecular forms with approximately 75% the strength of natural RRR alpha-tocopherol. For genuine outcomes, select products marked D-alpha-tocopherol or mixed tocopherols. Even better, obtain vitamin E from natural foods. Almonds, sunflower seeds, wheat germ, and green leafy vegetables like spinach deliver this nutrient in its most usable format. Since vitamin E dissolves in fat, consume it with meals containing healthy oils to improve uptake. Just a modest portion of almonds, roughly 20 to 25 nuts, provides you with a substantial amount of your daily vitamin E requirement. Store a container at your workspace. The morning enhancement. Add 1 tablespoon of sunflower seeds or wheat germ to your Greek yogurt, oatmeal, or breakfast cereal. Or prepare a basic spinach salad for lunch. But here's the crucial point: because vitamin E requires fat for absorption, consume it with food that includes beneficial fats to maximize uptake. This means your spinach salad requires a quality olive oil-based dressing. The fat from the oil works like a gateway, releasing the vitamin E from the spinach so your system can utilize it. Consuming spinach without fat won't provide the same advantage. There exists a perspective that high-dose vitamin E supplementation could be pointless and sometimes dangerous. The most notable evidence opposing it comes from the SELECT study, the Selenium and Vitamin E Cancer Prevention Trial. This enormous research project was terminated early because it discovered that consuming a large amount, 400 IU daily of synthetic vitamin E, DL-alpha-tocopherol, was linked with prostate cancer risk. Consider 2 45-year-old men. Man A consumes a diet abundant in nuts, seeds, and leafy vegetables. Man B maintains a less than ideal diet but takes a high-quality, natural mixed tocopherols vitamin E supplement daily. Which person do you believe will have superior long-term blood vessel and hormone health, and what's the reason? So what's the conclusion? Vitamin E is undoubtedly vital for blood circulation, erections, and testosterone production. But emphasize natural food sources initially. If you decide to supplement, select a natural version with mixed tocopherols, and don't believe that an enormous dose is superior. Please share your thoughts below and engage with me. Following several weeks of consuming more nuts and seeds or changing to a natural supplement, Many men notice that their endurance increases and their spirits improve. But energy involves more than just circulation. It also concerns how your body converts food into power. That's where the second crucial vitamin enters. Have you ever awakened after a complete night's rest only to feel like you received no recovery at all? Do you battle with mental cloudiness or tingling in your hands and feet? These represent typical signs of vitamin B12 shortage. Based on the private medical clinic, B12 is equally important for producing healthy red blood cells and preserving the protective covering around your nerve fibers. Vitamin B12, also called cobalamin, is produced exclusively by bacteria and archaea. Humans acquire it through consuming animal products or enriched foods. Now, you could be reasoning, I consume meat, I should be okay. Hold on. This is where the situation becomes critical for millions of men who are unaware they're in danger. The issue frequently isn't consumption, it is the ability to absorb. This is called atrophic gastritis, is extremely widespread. Dr. Donald B. McCormick, our renowned biochemist, has observed that as many as 30% of adults beyond 50 may struggle with absorbing B12 from food. It's a natural, yet hazardous, aspect of getting older. Do you use medicine for acid reflux or stomach burning? Drugs like proton pump inhibitors, including your Prilosec, Nexium, and similar medications dramatically decrease stomach acid, destroying your capacity to absorb B12. The same applies to metformin, a fundamental medication for controlling blood sugar. Millions of men take these drugs daily, unknowingly causing a B12 deficiency. Vitamin B12 acts like the ignition component in your metabolic system. It helps transform carbohydrates, fats, and proteins into ADP, the cellular energy compound. When your amounts are insufficient, your body has difficulty creating healthy red blood cells. Your tissues become deprived of oxygen and your nerves malfunction. You experience it as severe tiredness, weakness, numbness, tingling, memory issues, and even sadness. The positive news is that restoring B12 frequently creates a remarkable transformation. Natural food sources include meat, shellfish, liver, fish, poultry, eggs, and dairy items. Oysters, clams, and sardines are especially abundant. If you maintain a vegetarian or vegan lifestyle, search for cereals, plant milks, and nutritional yeast that are enhanced with B12, and think about taking a supplement. Cyanocobalamin, the most typical form found in supplements, transforms in your body to the active versions methylcobalamin and adenosylcobalamin. Both versions function. You don't need to spend more for methylcobalamin unless you have an unusual metabolic condition. Some men gain from B12 injections, particularly if they have absorption problems, but most can restore normal amounts with a daily oral tablet. Dear friend, if this information is useful to you, please enter 1 below in the comment section to let me know you are still here with me to continue to discover other interesting things. But simply taking vitamins is not enough. Most men make mistakes that can cut their effectiveness in half. But before we get to that mistake and how to avoid it, let's look at the next important vitamin. Recall your childhood. Remember spending time outdoors until evening, unaware of the sun shining down on your skin? You didn't realize it at the time, but your body was silently creating a hormone-like compound that maintained your bones strong, your immune system alert, and your blood vessels flexible. That compound is vitamin D, often known as the sunshine vitamin. Currently, most of us remain indoors, protected by clothing or sunscreen. Additionally, as we age, our skin produces less 7-dehydrocholesterol, the compound that reacts with UVB radiation to create vitamin D, and our kidneys lose some capacity to convert vitamin D into its active version. By the time many men reach 60, vitamin D amounts have dropped significantly. Globally, more than 1 billion people of all ages are deficient, and older adults face particularly high risk. But why does that affect your energy, performance, and vitality? Vitamin D accomplishes much more than building bones. It connects to receptors in almost every tissue, affecting gene expression, immune function, and hormone regulation. But for us, the most important connection is its effect on a miracle molecule, nitric oxide, or NO. Nitric oxide is the molecule your blood vessels release to relax and expand, enabling blood to flow into your muscles and erectile tissue. When your vitamin D is insufficient, your vessels can't generate enough NO. The outcome? Poor circulation, reduced stamina during sex, and weaker erections. A study published in the Journal of Sexual Medicine discovered that men with severe erectile dysfunction had notably lower vitamin D amounts than men with mild ED. Researchers studying cardiovascular disease are discovering the same connection, noting that a primary mechanism behind the relationship between low vitamin D and heart issues is inadequate nitric oxide availability. Rebuilding your vitamin D amounts can significantly enhance blood flow. For men, this converts directly into measurable results. You might experience what the original research calls miraculous effects, more morning arousal, better exercise pumps, and a mood improvement that helps you approach projects with excitement. For a man in his 20s or 30s, this isn't about correcting a problem, it's about optimization. Enhanced NO production means more efficient nutrient transport to muscles, quicker recovery, and breaking through performance barriers. But for a man in his 40s or 50s, this becomes about preservation and restoration. It's about fighting that gradual reduction in energy and sexual function that many men incorrectly accept as a normal part of aging. An important opposing viewpoint argues that low vitamin D isn't always the primary cause of these problems, but rather an indicator of an unhealthy lifestyle. Consider this. Who has low vitamin D? People who don't spend time outside, don't exercise, and probably have a poor diet. These are the identical factors that cause poor cardiovascular health and erectile dysfunction. So, the argument is that simply taking a vitamin D pill without modifying your lifestyle, improving your diet, managing stress, sleeping better, and exercising will probably result in disappointment. It's an essential part of the solution, not the complete solution itself. Picture two 45-year-old men, both with low vitamin D and low energy. Man A begins taking 5,000 IU of vitamin D daily, but modifies nothing else. Man B starts a daily 20-minute walk outside, consumes a healthier diet, and sleeps 7 to 8 hours nightly without supplementing initially. Who do you think would experience more significant and lasting improvements in their overall vitality after 3 months? But how do you obtain enough? The most efficient source is sunlight. When ultraviolet D rays contact your skin, they convert a cholesterol derivative into cholecalciferol, vitamin D3, which your liver and kidneys then transform into the active hormone calcitriol. Dietary vitamin D provides only about 1/5 of your requirements. The remainder must come from sun exposure. Yet older skin produces far less. This means you need intentional, safe sunlight every day. Target 15 to 20 minutes of sun on your arms and legs in the morning or late afternoon, without sunscreen, but never to the point of burning. If you live at a high latitude, have dark skin, or spend most of your time indoors, supplementation becomes necessary. Choose vitamin D3 rather than D2. Research shows D3 raises blood levels more efficiently and remains active longer. The National Institutes of Health, NIH, confirms that studies show D3 raises blood levels more efficiently and remains active longer. Most experts recommend 1,000 to 4,000 international units per day, but your doctor may suggest more based on a blood test. Always combine vitamin D with vitamin K2, found in natto, aged cheeses, or specific supplements to ensure calcium is directed into your bones rather than your arteries. As for dietary sources, fatty fish like salmon, tuna, and mackerel contain some vitamin D, as do egg yolks and liver. Many countries enrich milk, plant milks, and breakfast cereals. Vegans and vegetarians face a high risk of deficiency. Their best sources are enriched plant milks, almond, soy, oat, enriched cereals. For supplements, they must look for a vegan D3, which comes from lichen, not lanolin, sheep's wool, and a unique method, exposing mushrooms to sunlight for 15 to 30 minutes before cooking can dramatically increase their vitamin D content. Men with conditions like Crohn's, celiac disease, or IBS may have compromised fat absorption, meaning they can't effectively absorb this fat-soluble vitamin from food or supplements. They may require much higher oral doses or even vitamin D injections under medical supervision. But remember that these foods often provide only small amounts. They should supplement, not replace, sunlight and supplementation. So now you've discovered the 3 essential vitamins for older men who want to reclaim their energy, performance, and vitality. Vitamin E to maintain your blood vessels elastic and testosterone production. Vitamin B12 to activate your metabolism and calm your nerves. And vitamin D to enhance nitric oxide production, strengthen bones, and regulate hormones. Combined together, these nutrients target the underlying causes of many issues that men over 60 face: weak erections, chronic tiredness, mental fog, and low mood. Before you hurry out to buy pills, let's discuss the biggest mistake men make with vitamins. They believe all supplements are identical and choose the cheapest bottle available. The supplement industry lacks proper regulation. Many products use artificial forms that your body can't utilize well, or amounts that are either too small to help or so large they may hurt you. Synthetic vitamin E, DL-alpha tocopherol, for instance, is a combination of 8 stereoisomers, only one of which your body actually utilizes. Cheap B12 tablets sometimes include fillers that upset the stomach, while low-quality vitamin D capsules may provide less than their label states. To achieve real results, choose supplements that use the natural forms at clinically proven amounts. Look for third-party testing marks, read ingredient lists, and avoid artificial colors and preservatives. Even better, prioritize natural foods and lifestyle modifications. A portion of nuts and seeds provides natural vitamin E. Lean meats, seafood, and dairy give you easily absorbed B12. Safe, regular sunshine and fatty fish supply vitamin D. Supplements should fill deficiencies, not replace healthy practices. Before beginning any new supplement, especially at higher amounts, consult your doctor and consider a blood test to customize your plan. To summarize, declining sexual performance and energy aren't unavoidable parts of aging. They're often signals that your body is lacking something essential. By restoring vitamin E, vitamin B12, and vitamin D, you support the very systems that make you feel energetic: blood flow, nerve function, hormone production, and energy metabolism. Within weeks, many men observe stronger erections, steadier energy, better mood, and clearer thinking. Over months, you can rebuild your strength and confidence, feeling like a stronger, more grounded version of yourself. If this video helped you understand what might be limiting you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more science-based advice designed for men over 60. Leave a comment below about your experience with vitamins or any questions you have. And don't forget to share this video with a friend who needs it. Together, we can demonstrate that aging doesn't mean surrendering vitality. It just means being intelligent about the nutrients your body needs. I'm Dr. Elizabeth, a urologist with many years' experience in prostate care and men's health. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.